Good afternoon, everyone. Are we all settled? I requested you guys जो पीछे बैठे हैं अगर आगे आ जाएंगे तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा because you will be able to listen very clearly. Can you guys hear me at the back? Is it fine? Or is it good? Okay guys, so now without any further ado, let's start the class. And in the previous class, which was an orientation, and I tried to keep it very light, but henceforth, let me tell you, you guys have to be serious. And in the previous session, what all we covered briefly was that I kind of introduced you to the topic, that how this will be used in your professional domain. We discussed about that what all we'll be covering, right? And what is strategy with respect to art, what is strategy with respect to science, and what are various goals and means. So this is all that we tried to discuss in the previous session. The today's session we would be starting with what are deliberate and emergent strategies. So can someone throw some light? What could be a deliberate strategy? So it would be I want a proper engagement from your end, right? I think we have solved most of the problems with respect to the sound, etc. And if there is still some problem, I would request you guys कि आप लोग आगे आ जाएं. There's a lot of space here. You can accommodate with new people. Okay. So what are divergent strategies? What do you mean by divergent strategies? I mean based on the word. What could be a divergent strategy? Tell me. So as we, according to a simple definition, if we go by, it is something which an organization has in the pipeline. They know now they have started with this. Now they will be coming up with something new. It is well planned, and they have also evaluated the outcomes. Like previously, I told you that planning and strategy are two different things, right? Strategy is based on the proper outcome, right? That what are you visualizing? What would be the outcome? For example, a planning could be that you have certain capital and you want to have a new plant, new manufacturing plant, or you want to hire X number of employees in your organization. However, when we talk about the strategy, it is more to do with something which is an unknown. You come up with, a marketing strategy, you don't know where it would go. It might go brilliantly or it might fall flat on its face, right? So when I talk about deliberate strategy, it has more to do with a well thought out and well implemented strategy. As you can look at your screens that what I have discussed about planning and execution of it, what are the various advantages and what are the various disadvantages. So what are advantages in this? It is kind of predictable that this is how it's going to be, this is what we have forecasted, and this is how it will be, right? And what could be the disadvantage? Too much of predictability is not right? What if you have predicted certain things and it also falls flat on its face? However, I will try to, in this course, I will try to give you as many examples as possible so that it just doesn't look very, gibberish ki there are slides and there is so text heavy and there is a lot of written on it and you aren't able to understand. So I'll try that you get to know various examples also in this course, right? So there are certain examples of deliberate strategy. So as you can look on the slide, so there is Apple's product differentiation. What does Apple do different? So these these word differentiation and cost leadership, focus strategy, we will be learning. Right now we will keep it very simple. For instance, what do you understand by what could be a Apple's differentiation, product differentiation? Now why is Apple so much appreciated and has such a huge customer base? What do you think? Why does it have so? Anyone would like to answer? Yes, loyal customer base, but why? No, so that's one thing, good. So when I'm talking about product differentiation, as the gentleman rightly said, that it is, one thing is the security, right? Safety, security, your data, your messages, and everything is very, very secure. They leverage this thing, right? Anything else? Yeah. Camera quality. Abhi to there are many other phones that are coming with a lot better camera. They claim to have a lot better camera. And what else? Yeah, yeah, good operating system, iOS. So, they constantly, they have tried to figure out one thing, that they would try to have the best product, which is, when they compete in the market, everyone wants to flock on that, right? For instance, if you see an Apple phone, it has a very sleek design. Its interface is also very user friendly, right? And who was the founder of Apple? Steve Jobs, right? So right from the beginning, if you would ever get to watch a documentary or you want to read more about Steve Jobs, he has always and always focused about the design of the product, right? So if you guys know, did they start with a phone? It's their first product? What was their first product that they started with? Huh? Macintosh, not the iPod. They started with the computer system. They were beautiful computers, colorful, vibrant, and they focused on the design, right? Then what about Walmart? How many of you know Walmart? What is Walmart? Okay, thank you guys. So for the rest of the class, so Walmart is like apna desi D-Mart. Have you been to D-Mart, Big Bazaar and Smart Bazaars and all those places? Right? So Walmart in US, it is like a desi D-Mart. You go there, you take a trolley, you move, and then you pick up the products. And आपने देखा होगा सबसे सस्ता बाजार and all those taglines that they have. How are they able to bring products? Guys at the back, come on. If you're not interested, it's okay, please. ये अटेंडेंस का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ज़बरदस्ती तुम्हें बिठाया नहीं है. मुझसे बात करो, मैं बहुत अच्छी बातें करती हूँ. You guys are mature enough, yeah? Don't give me a reason to do this. You're not in kindergarten. Anyways, so when I talk about, these examples should be on your tips. Next time somebody talks about Walmart, so I'm glad that few people knew about it. However, it's fine if you guys don't, right? So, वो उनके ads निकलते हैं अखबार में भी पूरा. You in the blue, what's wrong with you, yeah? या यू पीछे कोई नहीं बैठा है, आपको ही बोल रही हूँ. कर लो पहले कर लो तुम लोग, वो ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होगा ना. क्या वॉलमार्ट, क्या मैम डी मार्ट, क्या सबसे सस्ता बता रहे हो, छोड़ो आप, हम कर लेते हैं अपनी. Anyways, so what I was saying that they come up with these strategies. अखबारों में भी बड़े-बड़े ads देते हैं. Don't test my patience, please. कि आप 3 केचप की बॉटल्स ले रहे हैं, 1 is free, आप ये ले, तो कैसे ये ऑफर्स आपको किसी नॉर्मल किराना स्टोर से मिलते हैं कभी? They're very rare, right? Because what they're doing is they're buying, they have a huge capacity, they are big players. So when they buy in bulk, what they do is they buy at a lower cost because they're buying in a lot of volumes. So because of that, they are able to give you guys certain discounts, right? So next time when you go to this store, you know, और आप एक और चीज़ notice करेंगे, आप लेने कुछ जाते हैं और लेके कुछ और आ जाते हैं. हुआ है कभी किसी के साथ? तो ट्रॉली ले लिया, it looks very fancy, you know, you're going and you're walking around the aisle and you're picking up stuff, and आपको लिस्ट 10 चीज़ों की दी होती है, but by the end of it your trolley is all full. कोई कंटेनर ले लिया, कोई डब्बा ले लिया, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी एक हैंकी ले लिया, कोई रुमाल ले लिया, कोई डस्टिंग क्लॉथ ले लिया. We'll end up buying things, even you know when you are at the counter, when you are doing the billing thing, वहाँ पर भी they would put these chewing gums and they would put certain you know quick thing. What is this called? You know when you are standing right there and you end up purchasing something. What is this called? So it is called impulse purchase. So these products are very strategically placed कि जाते जाते जब तक आप वो लाइन में खड़े हो और आपके आगे दो लोग हैं और पीछे दो लोग और वेट कर रहे हैं, तो they try to engage the customer, right? They would, girls के लिए कुछ ऐसे रफल होगा, कोई स्क्रंची होगी, कुछ होगा, chewing gums होंगे, and we would end up picking up. कुछ एक टावल होगा, अभी तो ये नया आता है, अच्छा आपकी इतनी हो गई, हमारे पास ये एक क्विल्ट है, मैट एक बेडशीट है, दो ये है, या आप ये भी ले लो और थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा पे करिए and you can buy this, right? So what are they doing? You know, they are doing cost leadership. What is cost leadership? Cost leadership is something, you know, when you are you know putting across a product at a lower price, right? So when I'm talking about deliberate strategies, are you know deliberate strategy, अच्छा अभी हम एक store open करेंगे, पहले हम customers को अपनी तरफ attract करने के लिए, engage करने के लिए सस्ते दामों में चीज़ बेचेंगे, और जब वो उसके आदी हो जाएंगे, when they'll get used to it, then we will increase the price. अच्छा अभी जब अंबानीज had a grand wedding, उसके बाद क्या हुआ, आप लोगों के सबके प्राइस कैसे बढ़ गए कॉल टाइम के? हाँ, कैसे हुआ ये? Why? Was it a deliberate thing कि emergent अचानक से उन्हें लगा खर्चा ज़्यादा हो गया तो चलो कर दो? It was a deliberate strategy, right? Initially कितने expensive calls होते थे. 2G for a month used to be for $500, $400. Now per day आप ले लो 2G, 1.5G, जितना मर्जी आपको लेना है. What they did? उन्होंने 5G जब towers उस पर place किया, so they got us all hooked to it. But is this, अगर if we look at it, हमें क्या इतनी जल्दी हर information जानने की ज़रूरत है वैसे? अगर 2G था, अगर कुछ हम search कर रहे हैं और अगर उसमें वो 2 सेकंड में नहीं आके 5 सेकंड में आ रहा था, कोई प्रॉब्लम थी? Of course there's a problem, you know, you wanted to check किसने कितने likes करे on Instagram, but I'm not talking about that problem. The problem here is, you know, what I'm trying to say is that when they are enhancing their from 2G to 3G, 4G, 5G, and we all are hooked to it. Now see, did you understand this entire chain? 5G ला रहे हैं, आपका जो फ़ोन है वो उसको you know it is not adapted to 5G, आप फिर एक नया फ़ोन ले रहे हो, फिर 6G आ गया, आपका फ़ोन उससे अडाप्ट नहीं कर पा रहा है, it is not you know configured that way, फिर आप फ़ोन ले, so it's like a vicious cycle, right? So this was a deliberate strategy. सोची समझी strategy is a deliberate strategy, right? The next example could be a Starbucks global expansion. So Starbucks was opened in 1971, so they started from US, we all know, and now they've expanded almost all over the world, right? What they did exactly was entering the new markets. Here, what was their global expansion strategies they used? They tried to understand the market, and then what exactly they did was, यार एग्जाम्पल यहाँ चलेंगे, तुम 5G का एग्जाम्पल वहाँ थोड़ी करोगे. मतलब इतनी ऑडासिटी, एकदम सामने बैठे हो तुम मेरे और फ़ोन पे बात कर रहे हो. हाउ वुड इट लुक इफ आई स्टार्ट? आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई हैव मेनी इंपॉर्टेंट पीपल टू कॉल. So you know there are what kind of global expansion strategies? So there's Starbucks. So what is Starbucks known for? Coffee. And who said experience? Good. Experience. कॉफ़ी तो घर पे भी बन जाती है यार. सब तरह की नेस्कैफे ले लो, वो सैशे ले लो, वो कर दो. अब तो वो उसके वो स्पिनर्स भी आ गए हैं, घर पे बना लो. But why people go to Starbucks? You know, it's for the experience, right? And what else? अगर globally अगर किसी को expand करना है, a company like Starbucks, so what do they have to do right? There's not one rule that follows in all the countries, right? For instance, जब Kellogg's India में आया था, I remember, I think I've shared this with you in the earlier class also, they chose the students as their brand ambassadors. So what they did, they came to my school and they distributed these huge, this size Kellogg's boxes to everyone. And so हम लोग घर जाके कि हाँ हाँ ये मिला है, अब हम यही breakfast करेंगे. We were on the parathas and all those वाला breakfast, and then we asked our moms to start giving us Kellogg's. आ गया Kellogg's इंडिया में, ठीक है, हम खाने भी लग गए. अगर आप कभी Kellogg's की ad देखेंगे ना, so in US, in these countries, it is taken with a cold milk. There would be an ad, or there would be a beautiful woman, she would. Call them.
Many teachers are there, students.
ठीक है. I told you, very important things to catch up. Other than this, all right. कहाँ थे हम? साक्षी बताओ. Kellogg's. Thank you. So, if you'll see, if you'll ever happen to watch some ad Kellogg's का, तो आप देखोगे कि, और even in a movie, जब movies देखते हैं, especially अब तो इंडिया में भी ऐसे होते हैं, Hollywood movies देखते हैं, there will be somebody who just go open the fridge, huge bottle of milk, they will bring it out, put it in a bowl, उसमें ठंडा ठंडा दूध डाला, ठंडे ठंडे Kellogg's ये cornflakes डाले और खा ले. क्या हम खा सकते हैं ऐसे? We cannot, right? और उनका USP क्या था? That it will give a crunch sound. आप ठंडे दूध में फ्लेक्स डालोगे, when you eat it, it will crunch sound. इंडिया में हमें दलिया वाली कंट्री, हमें चाहिए क्या भाई? गरम गरम दूध, उसमें हम डाल देंगे कॉर्नफ्लेक्स, वो पूरा जब गल जाएगा और सेटल हो जाएगा, उसमें हम चीनी, है ना, वहाँ पे क्या डालते हैं? दे वुड ऐड अ मेपल सिरप, हनी. हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे? दे आर पुटिंग डेट्स, फ्रूट्स. हम लोग यहाँ पे अपना देसी, हाँ Kellogg's है, ले आए. वैसे तो लाते ही नहीं है. अगर ले आए तो हमको सस्ता ब्रांड ढूंढते कि चलो मोहनज़ाला ले आते हैं, कितना महंगा कौन खाए. गरम गरम दूध में फ्लेक्स डाल देंगे, वो पूरा गल के बेचारा नीचे सेटल हो गया, फिर चीनी डालेंगे, फिर खाएंगे. वो भी 2 दिन ही करेंगे. वो भी स्पेशली कोई जिम वाला बोल देता है ना, आपका ट्रेनर, देखो अब आपको ऐसे ऐसे आपको अपना प्रोटीन इंक्रीज़ करना है, कार्ब्स थोड़े कम करने हैं, तो 2 दिन के शौक में हम जाके ये लेके आ जाते हैं. फिर वो यही बोल देता है कि भाई अब प्रोटीन के लिए ये कर दो, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फॉर्थ. यू नो हाउ इट वर्क्स, राइट? However, when I talk about Starbucks, it will be a different strategy, है ना? तो क्या करा Starbucks ने? What did they do? It was a deliberate strategy. So we'll read about it. I'll try to show a video on it, right? And if time permits, we'll also discuss a case study on it. Then the next one is Amazon's e-commerce dominance. We all know how we are hooked to Amazon. कुछ भी नहीं मंगवाना होता है तो भी मंगवा लेते हैं, है ना? कितने लोगों ने कभी कुछ नहीं मंगवाना होता, बस देख रहे थे तो मंगवा लिया? करा होगा ना. चलो गुड. आई एम सो ग्लैड माई क्लास इज फुल ऑफ स्मार्ट पीपल जो ज़बरदस्ती का फालतू खर्चा नहीं करते. वेरी गुड. एनीवेज, सो Amazon, how did it start? It was, why it started? What was the first thing that they were doing? They were selling books, right? Books बेच रहे थे. तो books बेचते बेचते ये कहाँ AWS में आ गए? What is AWS? Web services, right? So when they saw कि अच्छा हमारे किताबों का बिजनेस तो बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, हमारे सप्लाई चेन भी अच्छा हो गया है, लॉजिस्टिक्स भी अच्छे से बन गए हैं, तो चलो अभी काम करते हैं, अब बाकी सामान भी बेचना शुरू करते हैं. लेट्स गिव पीपल अ प्लेटफॉर्म टू सेल देयर प्रोडक्ट्स, राइट? उसके बाद उन्हें लगा अब इतना तो हमने कर ही लिया है, अब थोड़ा AWS भी कर लेते हैं, अब दूसरे बिजनेसेस को भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म दे देते हैं. So it is not an emergent thing, gradually their team have thought over it, they have expanded over a period of time. It's a long-term process. Okay, today they are at place X, with the revenue X, and with time they have enhanced their revenues, and फिर धीरे धीरे they thought चलो बाकी सामान भी निकालते हैं, बाकी सामान भी बेचना शुरू करते हैं, so on and so forth, right? Next is Nike's brand marketing. What is Nike into? Shoes, सबको पता है ना, they are into shoes. So, how many of you know Jordans? So so Jordans, so okay, Jordans, these are the favorite thing of the men, right? Of the boys, they all want Jordan shoes, and they are the high ankle shoe. They're very smart, pretty expensive. But how Nike came up to it? They started thinking कि अच्छा चलो अभी हमारा अच्छा चल रहा है एथलीट वेयर और हम लोग शूज़ के अलावा we are doing lot more things. Let's just collaborate with the so-called influencers, which were influencer word काफ़ी नया है, but they were the influencers back then. Michael Jordan, right? So they tied up with Michael Jordan and they started coming up with their Jordan range. So here you can see, they started making these great partnerships with these high-profile people. So for the homework, you have to find what are the recent collaborations that they have done with the stars. अगर if I'm not wrong, Adidas ने I think रणवीर सिंह के साथ कुछ करा था recently, a collaboration. Just check, okay. तो अगर आप Nike का देखेंगे, जैसे I very categorically remember that Adidas ने Kanye West के साथ they started, but for some reasons it was put on a halt. But you need to check, when I'm telling you guys to do this after the class, please be attentive and try to just quickly Google it, right? That what are the other brandings and high-profile people that they have got on board. So when I was talking about Starbucks, let's discuss this in length, right? So Starbucks, China. अगर चाइना एक ऐसी कंट्री है जहाँ पे स्टारबक्स या सिर्फ कॉफ़ी पे सेल हो जाएगा, नहीं होगा ना. इट्स अ वेरी टी प्लांटेशन और टी वाली कंट्री. क्या अपने यहाँ पर भी क्या सिर्फ कॉफ़ी पे सर्वाइव हो जाएगा? नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हमें चाहिए चाय. ठीक है, ऑन अ डेट एंड कूल बनने के लिए पी लेंगे कॉफ़ी, बट वहाँ से निकलने के बाद तो भैया भाई चाय बना दो. आंट वी? Like for instance, if I talk about myself, I'll have tea at home and coffee somewhere bahar. I'll never have tea as in bahar. I'll have something wo 10 रुपए की 20 रुपए की chai. I'm very sorted with that. I will not end up spending a lot of money on tea. But yeah, coffee we are okay spending, $250, $300, and we are okay with it, right? But when they entered China, what exactly they did was that they thought that यहाँ तो सिर्फ कॉफ़ी पे तो survive हो नहीं पाएगा, यहाँ तो कुछ और भी करना पड़ेगा अगर मार्केट पूरा चाहिए तो, right? So what they did, we'll just have a look. However, let's just this is 50 years of Starbucks. It started in 1971, and this is data of around 2020. If you can see, in China, they had around 4,863 stalls. एक ऐसी कंट्री में जहाँ पे चाय सबसे मेन है, वहाँ पे कॉफ़ी वाली एक उन्होंने पूरा एक कॉफ़ी वाली रेंज पूरी उन्होंने कैसे प्रोड्यूस करी होगी. लेट्स क्विकली लुक एट दिस वीडियो, राइट?
There are over 34,000 Starbucks in 80 countries. But in 1999, Starbucks opened in the world's largest tea-producing country, China. Starbucks operates more than 6,000 stores in over 230 cities in the Chinese mainland. It's the chain's second largest market behind the US.
They are surprisingly unbloody for a company that's been operating in China. It's almost bizarre.
Starbucks is expanding rapidly in China. A store opens every 9 hours. And the company has plans to increase the amount of stores in the region to 9,000 stores by 2025.
They've done something that very few companies from outside of China have been able to do, which is they were successful almost from day one.
So how did the Seattle-based coffee giant find massive success in a country known for its love of tea? In January 1999, Starbucks entered the Chinese mainland by opening its first store in the China World Trade Center in Beijing.
Howard Schultz had the idea of, hey, let's take Starbucks to China. And everyone around him said, you're crazy, that's a terrible idea. It's a tea drinking culture, nobody in China drinks coffee.
The company didn't focus on coffee when it first opened. Its intent was to assimilate into a tea house culture that had existed in China for thousands of years.
Initially they said, look, we know they're not going to fall in love with coffee immediately, so they added a wide variety of tea drinks. Then they took it a step further and actually started offering Chinese tea.
The company entered the Chinese market through a licensing agreement with Beijing Nida Coffee, a wholesale distribution company that supplied coffee beans to hotels and restaurants. Over the next few years, the coffee chain operated in China through a combination of licensed and joint venture business partnerships and company-owned operations. Part of the company's strategy was to build a rapport with Communist Party officials.
Well, the major challenges are you don't see any for rent signs. So you really need to establish very strong relationships with government officials.
In 2014, the brand built its first Starbucks Reserve, debuting the format in mainland China. In the wake of a successful growth strategy, Starbucks expanded rapidly, opening a new store in China every 15 hours. In 2017, the coffee giant bought out its joint venture partner for $1.3 billion.
The balance that we try and strike is are we building stores at a pace that allows us to stay in control, building a beautiful store in the right real estate location, and do every store in the right way. And I think now we're building more net new stores, company-operated stores in China than we are in the U.S.
China is the only market where 100% of stores are owned and operated by Starbucks, compared to 59% in North America. In 2017, the company debuted what it calls the first fully immersive coffee experience in Asia, a 30,000 square foot Shanghai Starbucks Reserve Roastery. And in 2019, it announced a partnership with Nestle to bring at-home options to Chinese consumers. To date, Starbucks has over 6,000 stores in China. The country accounts for more than 15% of Starbucks' net revenue, and the bulk of its international segment sits there. Starbucks was intentional about creating a growth strategy that assimilated the coffee chain seamlessly into Chinese culture. To ensure a smooth transition into China, the company collaborated with local partners and businesses. The chain also developed its own domestic supply chain and plans to train more than 50,000 farmers by the end of 2023. Adopting local technologies and building out its own has been an important part of the company's growth strategy.
Their digital initiatives have been behind the curve compared to most other companies, but their loyalty program is...
The country having a lower and since foreign brands, particularly in food and beverage, are viewed as premium, Starbucks in China today is a beverage company called HeyTea.
They basically copied Starbucks for tea. They said, we're going to make premium teas. It's a brutal environment.
So you guys got the drill, right? So what exactly were they discussing in that was that how they entered China and what was their global expansion strategy. So they thought कि coffee से तुम survive नहीं कर पाएंगे यहाँ. Then they thought that tea है, ठीक है हम tea भी offer कर देंगे. It's fine if Starbucks is known for coffee, but it's okay, we can serve tea as well. Because they wanted to get themselves accustomed to the culture of China, right? So, how many of you read newspapers and are very accustomed to the news? So guys, the new buzz is there about Starbucks. What is the problem? What is going on? What is the thing? Does anyone know about it or have any idea that why is Starbucks all of a sudden is suddenly into a lot of soup? Yeah, tell me, madam. Okay, what's your name? Jyoti. Thank you, Jyoti. All right. Thank you. I'm so glad someone is aware of it. So what is, Starbucks is in news these days, and there are a lot of claims that everybody who has a mind is speaking about it. What recently has happened is they've appointed a new CEO, right? Who all wants to be a CEO of a company someday? Wow, one lady. तुम्हें सीईओ नहीं बनना है कभी? चलो, by the end of the course बन हो जाएगा. So they have appointed a new CEO in their organization. His name is Brian Nicole. और अगर if you get a time, right? Okay, homework है. उसका ऑफर लेटर देखना है आपको. उसको जो ऑफर लेटर दिया है ना स्टारबक्स ने, वो आपको देखना है. सो उस ऑफर लेटर में कैटेगोरिकली लिखा है कि आपका ये जो वर्क प्रोफाइल है ये हाइब्रिड मोड में होगा, ऑनलाइन ऑफलाइन, और आपको हम जो भी पर्क्स देते हैं कंपनी, आपको रीलोकेशन के इतने पैसे देंगे, ये देंगे, वो देंगे. उसमें एक चीज़, जो बहुत ही क्रिटिकल चीज़ है वो ये है दैट द हेड ऑफिस ऑफ स्टारबक्स इज इन सियाटल एंड दिस जेंटलमैन इज लोकेटेड इन कैलिफोर्निया, राइट. एंड उसमें क्लॉज है कि आप हफ्ते में 3 दिन यू कैन ट्रैवल फ्रॉम कैलिफोर्निया टू सियाटल द प्राइवेट जेट, and it is around 1600 kilometers, right? And the entire world has gone crazy, has gone bonkers, that what is wrong with you people? एक तरफ, how many of you have visited Starbucks? गए हुए ना, नहीं गए तो अभी चले जाना जब भी whenever you get time. ऐसा कुछ है नहीं, जस्ट एक बोलना हम हमने बोला इसलिए आए, हम अंदर जाके बाहर आ जाना, जस्ट गो, ठीक है. कुछ ऐसे जाना, थोड़ी देर बैठ जाना, इनका. सो यूल गेट अ, सो व्हाट exactly they did, they had a free Wi-Fi and air conditioning and all that. And if you go there, you will find round tables. आपको ऐसे setup नहीं मिलेगा. You will not find rectangular or square tables, because this give a very formal look to in the entire area. So these have round tables, right? So if you go there ना, तो अभी आप कुछ order करते हैं. For example, I'll order a cappuccino. तो वो बोलेंगे मैम योर नेम, और जब वो मुझे दिल कॉल मी आउट, दे विल राइट माई नेम ऑन द कप एंड दिल कॉल मी आउट कि अच्छा अभिलाषा योर कॉफ़ी इज़ रेडी, एंड दे विल गिव यू वेरी नाइसली इन अ पेपर कप, और उनका जो स्ट्रॉ होता है वो भी पेपर का होता है. एंड दे क्लेम कि हम तो जी बिल्कुल ही इन्वायरमेंट फ्रेंडली कंपनी है, हमारा तो पेपर पैकेजिंग है, हम तो कुछ वेस्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये वो. और इनके CEO को वो इतना कार्बन फुटप्रिंट करने के लिए रेडी कर रहे हैं. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? अगर एक प्राइवेट जेट जो होता है, एक नॉर्मल व्हेन वी फ्लाई द नॉर्मल एयरक्राफ्ट से बहुत ज़्यादा गुना, आई थिंक 10x और समथिंग कार्बन एमिशन उससे होता है. एक तरफ आप ये बोल रहे हो हम लोगों को भी, फॉर दैट मैटर, होली आ गई तो पानी से मत खेलो, दिवाली आ गई तो पोल्यूशन मत करो, और यहाँ पर एक जेंटलमैन है जो एक कंपनी के CEO हैं, उन्हें आप उड़ो, कोई बात नहीं, आप हफ्ते में 3 दिन उड़ो और आप आओ. And this man is not willing to relocate. So there is this concept which is called as greenwashing. What is greenwashing? Yeah? I'm sorry?
Misleading environment advertisement.
Not exactly, but yeah, it can be one component. So greenwashing are done by these organizations, right? They would show to the world कि वो कितने इन्वायरमेंट फ्रेंडली हैं, वो इतने सस्टेनेबल हैं जी, हम तो बिल्कुल ही, आप क्या बात कर रहे हो, हमारा तो पूरा पॉलिसी सस्टेनेबिलिटी की तरफ है. एग्जैक्टली व्हाट स्टारबक्स इज़ डूइंग, राइट? कि इट इज़, हम बहुत सस्टेनेबल है, आप देखो हमारे मग्स देखो, हम तो कोई प्लास्टिक ही यूज़ नहीं करते हैं, हम तो कुछ भी ऐसा यूज़ नहीं कर रहे हैं. एंड कट टू द न्यूज़ कि 1600 किलोमीटर ये जनाब ट्रैवल करेंगे from one place to another. So this is the concept of greenwashing. Next time, अभी क्या पता आप लोग अगर कोई एग्जाम की भी तैयारी कर रहे हो तो MCQ में भी आ सकता है what is greenwashing. So it's like, when an organization tries to paint its face and to create an image that we are so environment friendly, we are so environment conscious, right? So here what they did कि हम अगर चाइना में एंटर कर रहे हैं हम चाय ले आएंगे और हम यहाँ पे बहुत सारा बिजनेस करेंगे एंड वी कैन सी कि they have now I think the current is around maybe more than 6,000 stores. So next that we will discuss is emergent strategies. What are emergent strategies? Deliberate जो सोची समझी strategy होती है, emergent होती है that because of suddenly something has happened, some regulation has come, something new has happened in the market, and now the companies are pondering over coming up with some new strategy. The most recent being which every one of us in this room are particularly aware of is when COVID happened, right? Suddenly, all these pharmaceutical companies started doing their, they deployed all their capital and their research and development wing into coming up with some vaccine. Were they aware of it? I will share the slides, don't worry. It is for you, for all of you, don't worry. I'll share it. There's no need for clicking the pictures. So what exactly they did was that suddenly everybody was into कि इसका formula क्या है, vaccine और सारे जिन लोगों का supply chain अच्छा था, manufacture किसी ने करा, India में tie up करा, जैसे Pfizer, GlaxoSmithKline, ये सारी companies साथ में आ गए at such critical times, and it was an emergent strategy, right? So of course there are advantages and disadvantages. If I take a cue from a pharmaceutical perspective, ठीक है, you are doing something very quick, right? आप फटाफट वैक्सीन बना रहे हो, उसको सप्लाई चेन में डाल रहे हो. What if this? It's good that you were fast and you were quick, but what if there was something that had gone wrong, right? So there are advantages and disadvantages of everything. When you guys would be at a position of decision making, that I am assuming all of you would be. I don't know why you guys didn't raise your hand when I said that you will be a CEO one day. But for me, you all gonna be a CEO one day, and that is for sure. I'll ensure that you are. So let's just quickly discuss some examples of emergent strategies. So one such example is of Netflix. Achha, how many of you know about Blockbuster? What is Blockbuster? बताओ.
Blockbuster means that जो उसकी cost है, cost से तकरीबन काफी ज़्यादा उन्होंने revenue generate किया है, तो उस cases में हम Blockbuster कहते हैं.
Thank you, but I think आप Blockbuster आप movie के perspective में बोल रहे हो ना कि अमिताभ बच्चन की movie Blockbuster हो गई. Is it like that? No, I know. I need to frame this question again. Do you know about this organization which is called as Blockbuster? Yeah. So Blockbuster is an organization. India में नहीं है वो, US में है. We are all aware of Netflix. So what India में क्या? अब I don't know. अब यार आप लोग तो you pretty young guys, right? पहले ना VCRs होते थे घर पे, VCRs and VCPs. तो उन्हें कैसेट आती थी. तो एक वीडियो पार्लर होता था, वहाँ जाते थे, कुछ पैसे डिपॉजिट करते थे और एक कैसेट लेके आते थे और घर पे देखते थे और अड़ोस पड़ोस में भी लोग आके देखते थे कि चलो ये दोपहर में मूवी देख रहे हैं. सो इट वाज सिमिलर टू व्हाट आई हैव जस्ट मेंशन. तो लोकल से केबल वाले होते थे ना, केबल टीवी टाइम अगर याद हो, पहले केबल वाले और टाँका मार के दूसरे के केबल से भी ले लिया करते थे लोग. सो सिमिलर टू दैट दे यूज्ड टू बी स्टोर्स जहाँ पे ना कैसेट्स मिलते थे, मूवी की कैसेट्स मिलते थे, राइट? So what happened was there was this organization, this company which was called a Blockbuster, which was in US. So they were the mammoth. They controlled the entire game. Movie release हुई किसी की और they had the cassettes. लोग वहीं से लेके आते. They were huge parlors. Then what happened? Netflix came into picture. Netflix what they started कि आप स्टोर पे मत आओ, आप ऑर्डर प्लेस कर दो हमें, हम आपके घर पे डिलीवर कर देंगे, right? So when they came into the market, into the scene, Blockbuster was pretty chilling, right? They were like कि हाँ ठीक है, एक कोई competitor आ गया है, हम तो competitor भी नहीं मान रहे हैं, आ गया है कोई, करने दो इनको भी, क्या घर पे deliver करेंगे and all that. Then there's this thing, if we'll ever happen to study competitor alliances, which was also my topic when I was doing my PhD, you should never take your competitor very lightly. And if you find your competitor, या तो उसे दोस्ती कर लो या तो उसको बिल्कुल ख़त्म कर दो. मिडवे तो बहुत रेयरली होता है क्योंकि वो जो दोस्ती भी होती है ना वो इतनी हो नहीं पाती, दैट अलायंस Sorry guys. So what happened was when Blockbuster came into picture, इन लोगों ने एक बात करी कि चलो यार बड़ा कंपटीशन हो रहा है. ब्लॉकबस्टर ने ऑफर दिया नेटफ्लिक्स को कि चलो हम नेटफ्लिक्स ने भी सोचा कि यार हम तो आजकल ये होता है ना, हम एक स्टार्टअप करते हैं फिर हम लोग वेट करते हैं कि कोई बाय आउट कर लो हमें. यू नो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट इज हैपनिंग. अब एक एंटरप्रेन्योर होगा, वो एक कंपनी अपनी ओपन करता है, वो वेट करता है कि कोई हमारी कंपनी को खरीद लो, टेक ओवर कर लो एंड गिव अस अ गुड अमाउंट, राइट. अगर किसी ने वो देखा हो शार्क टैंक इंडिया, तो उसमें हैमर आई थी एंड अमन ने कैसे उसको बोला कि आई बाय आउट हुआ था ना उसका वहाँ पे, ही सेड कि ओके आई एक्वायर अ कंपनी. उसको बोलते कि पार्टनर कहते कि नहीं, एक ही रहेगा कंपटीशन, तो एक ही प्लेयर रहेगा इसमें. एंड हैमर वाज डूइंग रियली गुड, राइट. सो सिमिलर टू दैट Netflix wanted to sell it off. Blockbuster ने कुछ I think कुछ $50 million पे ये सेल नहीं हो पाई थी. It was a slight margin. Eventually हुआ क्या? Netflix is everywhere. Blockbuster किसी को पता भी नहीं है. Because they took their competitor very lightly. थोड़ा सा और डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. Next example would be Twitter's real-time communication. You know, do you remember how Twitter started their marketing and what was the way that they started doing it? Does anyone remember? Do you guys have an account? अब तो X हो गया, but do you guys have an account on Twitter? You have, right? So, you know, I remember back in the day, they used to come MTV. और उसमें एक ना VJ बानी आती थी. I don't know how many of you know. तो बानी used to come and I remember I was watching it and then she said कि आप इसको ना 140 words में you can send a message and you can download it and you can make an account and all. That's how I made an account on Twitter. But earlier it was only a one-way communication. I will put out something and that's about it. But they saw that it can be more engaging. अभी आप देखो how does Twitter works. आप एक कुछ post करते हो, उसमें there are lot of messages. You know, there's a two-way call. आप भी कोई message कर रहे हो, for instance, sorry? Yeah, retweets, right. And for instance, a gentleman has sent some message on this, कुछ अच्छा लगा, उस पर एक message किया, मुझे अच्छा लगा, मैंने conversation start करी, उस पर reply करा, कोई like कर रहा है, so on. So we know the drill, right? It's okay, I might not be very interesting, but it is what it is. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing you. इतने मज़े आ रहे हैं, बैक स्लैपिंग हो रही है, गलत तो नहीं आ गए? BMS का नहीं है ये? Anyways, no, मेरा फ्लो ही, where was I? बताओ, what was I talking about? Twitter. So now we all know that, you know, Twitter पे we can put out our comments. अब तो ये भी होता है कि अगर कहीं एयरटेल का आपको कुछ resolution चाहिए, you can tweet the CEO, you can put him there and that thing is resolved. For that matter, let's do this. यहाँ पे नेटवर्क का बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है ना, तो चलो कर देते हैं एयरटेल को ट्वीट कि हमारे भाई दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है नेटवर्क का पर्टिकुलरली, तो यू नो जस्ट फिक्स इट. किसी को भी कर दो. And you know they really hear you out. So for them, our customers are not just customers, we are their employees as well. You know, when we are giving them a feedback, so it is good for them, right? So अगर हमसे कस्टमर, उनके लिए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, उन्हें कोई फीडबैक दे रहा है कि यहाँ पे भी करो आप, तो यहाँ पे होगा, तो और लोग जो स्विच कर देते हैं कि यार यहाँ एयरटेल नहीं आता, जियो चला लेते हैं, जियो आता है एयरटेल चला लेते हैं, दे वुड गो बैक टू जिसका अच्छा नेटवर्क आ रहा है, राइट? सो the next example is of Amazon Cloud Computing. We know how they started. कि they were selling books etc. and then they thought कि चलो अब हम Amazon Web Services भी देना शुरू कर देते हैं बाकी businesses को. Sony's PlayStation. How many of you have played on a PlayStation? Most of you, right? So what exactly? How? For the betterment of the class, if somebody can get up and share with the entire class, what do we use the PlayStation for? बताओ. Somebody get up and say. So there is, so it's a gaming console, right? So there is an Xbox and there is a PlayStation. आई थिंक अब PS5 आ गया, 6 आ गया, कौन सा आ गया है? 5 है ना, बट नॉट मेनी पीपल आर बाइंग इट आउट क्योंकि जो गेम्स आ रहे हैं देर नॉट गुड इनफ गेम्स जिसमें कंपैटिबल हो. हाउएवर Xbox and PlayStation is one choice that people have, and most people go for an PlayStation because they have good games. I think Call of Duty भी उसी में है शायद से. और कौन कौन से हैं? कॉल बताओ यार, गेम्स बताओ. FIFA and हाँ, NFS and what is that game? Free Fire is on हाँ मोबाइल ना. हाँ, बीच में बंद भी हो गया था आई थिंक, है ना. आई यूज्ड टू प्ले. हाँ नहीं, फ्री फायर वॉज ऑल्सो अराउंड द कोविड टाइम. एनीवेज, सो सोनी का अच्छा काम है, टीवी है, म्यूजिक सिस्टम है, सब चल रहा था ना बढ़िया. देन दे थॉट यार ये गेमिंग को हम देखते हैं, कैप्चर करते हैं. निंटेंडो, पहले ये गेम्स आते थे, निंटेंडो नो कॉन्ट्रा एंड मारियो एंड ये सब गेम्स आते थे. पीपल यूज्ड टू प्ले दीज गेम्स. Then they thought, let's get into this also. They're trying to come up with maximum sources of revenue, maximum business. What if, and this should be one of the strategies, right? You just can't count on one particular business. अगर आप एक ही business पे अड़े रहोगे, what if कुछ regulation आ गई या आपका competitor आ गया और बंद हो गया फिर? For instance, Nokia, it was raging. Everybody had a Nokia, right? Like चाहे वो 1100 हो, चाहे वो 7610 हो, which used to be a beautiful black phone with red design and everything. Then E73, E70, E72, ये सब बहुत सारे नोकिया के फ़ोन आए. और बोले कि हम तो राजा हैं, हमें तो प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. Suddenly there was an era of smartphones. So as I said, when even if you guys would have your business, try to have multiple streams of revenue. Try to diversify your products, be aware, be very vigilant about your competitor, right? Then Apple's creation of the App Store. पहले Apple when it just came, it was only for calling purpose के लिए था, कैमरा और ये भी इतना ज़्यादा उन्होंने वो नहीं करा था. Suddenly they started coming up with the App Store. App Store आप बहुत सारे apps डाउनलोड कर सकते हो, आप apps बना भी सकते हो. You can make apps on Apple, right? So someday I will show you some demo of how you can make an app on Apple. I'm making one these days. So remind me, I'll show you how to go about it and what you can do in that. And you never know, you end up making some app जो इतनी viral हो जाए and everybody wants to download it, right? So कोई लिख लो यार, मुझे remind करा देना. I'll show you how to a little snippet into, if you ever want to make an app on iOS, how you can go about it. Then Facebook's shift to mobile. पहले Facebook सिर्फ desktop पे होता था, if you guys remember. And अभी we know that we can use it on our mobile also. Why? Because they thought कि अच्छा everybody wants to feel so connected. And जब phone में सब कुछ कर रहे हैं तो why should we just stick to desktops? Let's just come down to and give everybody an opportunity to use it on a phone as well. अब Facebook की अगर हम बात कर ही रहे हैं, so do you guys remember Orkut? कहाँ है Orkut अभी? It's nowhere. कितनों को पता है, कितनों को नहीं पता है Orkut? You guys don't know about it, right? Please go ahead and Google it when you get time. You must. And after this, I am feeling very old. So, they used to be ये Facebook ज़माने से पहले Orkut होता था. Orkut, right? तो उसमें हम अपनी अकाउंट बनाते थे, फिर हमारे फ्रेंड्स उसमें टेस्टिमोनियल्स लिखते थे और हम अपनी बड़ी सुंदर सी डीपी लगाते थे उसमें. और जो बेस्ट होती थी और जो हम बेस्ट खींच पाते थे उस टाइम के फ़ोन से या डिजिटल कैमरा से. एंड Orkut हमारी ऐसे मतलब फ्रेंड्स को कनेक्ट करने का एक ज़रिया होता था. एंड देन केम Facebook and obviously Orkut wasn't prepared for it, and Orkut is nowhere in the picture. Who's the CEO? Who's the founder of Facebook? किसी ने मूवी देखी सोशल नेटवर्किंग? नहीं देखी है तो ये भी होमवर्क है, लिखो. और जब मैं बोल रही हूँ ना कि आपको ये मूवी देखनी है, तो आपको ये मूवी देखनी है. आई थिंक इट्स ऑन नेटफ्लिक्स. अब ये मत बोलना मैम अकाउंट दे दो. अब तो उन्होंने 190 का कर दिया है, क्योंकि पहले तो एक बेस्ट फ्रेंड होता था जो नेटफ्लिक्स का अकाउंट बनाता था, और फिर 4 और बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स होते थे जो एक अकाउंट यूज़ करते थे. नेटफ्लिक्स को पता चल गया, तो उन्होंने बोला भैया तुम 190 रुपये दे दो, अपना तो ले लो नेटफ्लिक्स अकाउंट. You have something to say? It is social networking. Okay. So let's just try to, okay, so I will be sharing you couple of examples, but हम एक या दो example को थोड़ा सा in depth करेंगे, so that it is imprinted on our minds. और जब exam आएगा तो खैर तब तक आपके तो बहुत सारे examples will be on your tips, but one key to do good in exams is give lot of example. और जब आप आंसर लिखें ना ऐसे लिखें जैसे as if you will be checking it, right? So use these examples, and so हम एक example को थोड़ा in depth पढ़ेंगे, बाकी I'll give you many examples, right? So what Netflix did, as I said, Blockbuster was an organization which was riding high, and now they are nowhere, and how it all really started, right? So if you can see it, in 1997, Netflix started. Who were the founders? Quickly read. Right? What happened? They launched their snail mail DVD rentals को उन्होंने, they started this. उन्होंने Blockbuster से offer आया. Blockbuster को they had a negotiation की buyout वाला, but Blockbuster declined it, right? Now, in around 2006, there were around 6.3 million subscribers. उन्हें लगा कि why not use this streaming thing, which is so much in rage? Let's use it. Then what happened? They had around 1,000 movies. In 2017, they surpassed the mark of 100 million subscribers. And now in around, so this data is up to 2021. Please go and check what is the current status. Now the valuation is around more than $250 billion, right? अगर अब आप Netflix open करेंगे उसका catalog और अगर आप देखेंगे, there are lakhs of movies and documentaries and shows and so on and so forth, right? What have they done different? उन्हें जब लगा कि there's a lot of streaming is the craze and streaming चल रही है online internet, they thought कि चलो let's get down to this. These are also, this is the example that we discussed, the emergent strategy. There was something else happening, internet boom हो रहा था, and they leveraged on this fact. So how will you choose? What are the ways if you want to choose whether you should go with an emergent strategy or a deliberate strategy? So as I had mentioned earlier, deliberate would be well thought out. हम बोलते हैं ना in a very colloquial way, it's a deliberate decision that you're deliberating on it, you're taking it to a deliberate attempt. And you think over it, आप अपने सारे pros and cons and do's and don'ts को evaluate करके you come up with a well thought out deliberate strategy. But when we talk about an emergent strategy, you just dive in. For example, vaccine, you just dive in. For example, Netflix, they just started, let's just start. अगर streaming अच्छे से चलता है तो then why not? You get into it and then you think कि अच्छा उसके बाकी it might fall flat, but at least you take a plunge. And in these conditions, there's a lot of role of the leadership as well. Leaders are the ultimate decision makers, right? If your leader is right, if your leader is well aware, and if your leader is somebody who is wise enough to take decisions. See, decisions might go wrong, but somebody who is brave enough to take some decision. Many times it happens in our lives also. We miss out on opportunities because we didn't take any decision at all. Right wrong की बात नहीं है, हमने decision ही नहीं लिया. फॉर इंस्टेंस एक कोई फॉर्म निकलता है एग्ज़ाम का, नेट का फॉर एग्जांपल, सो आई नो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स कि अभी हमारी तैयारी नहीं है, हम अगली बार नेट फॉर्म फिल करेंगे और हम तब देंगे। ये डिसीजन हुआ, तैयारी नहीं है, ये तो खुद को बेवकूफ़ बनाने वाली बात हुई ना। नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स तो होती नहीं है, बट दे स्टिल चूज व्हाट, दे डोंट मेक अप देयर माइंड, दे आर इवन आफ्टर सेइंग, या तो आप बिल्कुल श्योर हो कि मुझे नहीं देना, अगर देना है तो you have to work on it, right? So this is very cute and a very crude example, but I thought that you'll be able to understand with this. So a leader is somebody who eventually takes the decision. So when we talk about leadership and all those things, so what are stakeholders? Tell me, what are stakeholders? And? So if we define a stakeholder, what is a stakeholder and why are stakeholders important? Why are stakeholders so important and how do we define them eventually? See, stakeholders, as per the definition, are people who have some interest or some influence in your work, in your organization. Whatever you are doing is kind of impacting them as well, right? So, is impacting them as well, right? So there are internal stakeholders and there are also external stakeholders. So what are internal stakeholders? So internal stakeholders could be, your employees, your line managers. For instance, employees and employees, as in if we have some manufacturing, so people who are into the manufacturing unit, etc. Line managers, your middle management, and so on and so forth. What are your external stakeholders? Could be your customers, your suppliers, your your partners, your dealers, your communities, regulators, these NGO bodies, and last but not the least, your investors and maybe the owners. But how are they interrelated? And how are they interrelated firstly? And does it really matter that how much interest and influence do they have? So let's just try to understand this. So how stakeholders influence a decision, right? So here if you can see, when I talk about the shareholders and investors, they obviously have a huge say. Why do they have a huge say? Because they are investing into your project. अभी चैरिटी तो है नहीं कि अगर कुछ लगा दिए पैसे तो भूल गए, उसके बाद कोई फ्रेंड को तो दिए नहीं है ना, कि एक बार दे जाओ, या तो दो मत, या दे दिए तो भूल जाओ, वापस तो आएंगे नहीं, है ना। किसी आप फ्रेंड से थोड़ी आप मांगते हो, क्योंकि जब अपने फ्रेंड से जो आपने लैंड किए होते हैं, जब आप वापस मांगते हो तो उसके बाद मोर और लेस दोस्ती रहती नहीं रहती ना, कि कैसे मांगा, कैसे देते ही नहीं है ना। तो हम ऐसे, जब भी आप किसी फ्रेंड को लैंड करो तो ऐसे सोच के ही लैंड किया करो कि वापस नहीं आएंगे, क्योंकि मांगने नहीं होते वो, राइट। So your investors and your owners are obviously interested in how your company would do, because if they are, for instance, giving you their $100, they want a return on it, right? Then comes your customers. Why are customers so much interested? आप अच्छे products उनको दोगे, they will come back to you. There are potential customers and there are also the customers who are who are already your customers, and they will also give you a certain feedback on your product, right? Then there are your employees. How does an employee can influence an organization? अच्छे employees होंगे जो अपने time को अच्छे से utilize करेंगे, they will not waste their time, they will be more productive, and eventually your organization would be more productive. I hope after this स्टेक होल्डर और शेयर होल्डर का ना डिफरेंस आप लोगों को थोड़ा क्लियर हो जाएगा. व्हेन दे यूज इट, दिस टर्म इज यूज्ड अ लॉट न्यूज़ में. अगर आप स्पेशली बिजनेस न्यूज़ देखते हो कि ये स्टेक होल्डर हैं, इनकी लाइफ इम्पैक्ट हो रही है, आप कुछ भी कर रहे हो तो. देन कम्स द सप्लायर्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम स्टारबक्स का एग्जाम्पल लें, सप्लायर कौन हो सकता है? हु इज़ गिविंग द कॉफ़ी इफ़ दे आर नॉट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इट इन हाउस. राइट, मे बी अ सप्लायर ऑफ, आप हर चीज़ थोड़ी मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हो, आप आउटसोर्स भी तो करते हो, आपके सप्लायर्स भी तो होते हैं. मान लो जो कॉफ़ी मग, वो उनके जो कप्स हैं, दोज पेपर कप्स, व्हाट इफ दे आर बीइंग आउटसोर्स्ड, राइट. कोई और आपका पार्टनर है जो आपको वो मैन्युफैक्चर करके आपके डोर स्टेप तक लेके आ रहा है, आपकी कंपनी को लेके आ रहा है. देन देयर आर गवर्नमेंट एंड रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज़. गवर्नमेंट रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज़ कैसे, कि अगर आप मान लीजिए मैं एक फैक्ट्री लगाना चाहती हूँ जो डाई मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड कि उसे क्या क्या कंप्लायंसेस होते हैं, क्या क्या रेगुलेशंस होते हैं, और वो कौन गवर्न करता है. In Delhi, it will be maybe DPCC, Delhi Pollution Control Board. It will look into it कि आप जो एक फैक्ट्री लगाना चाहते हैं, पहली बात तो वो मेन लैंड दिल्ली से थोड़ा दूर हो, थोड़ा आउटस्कर्ट्स पे हो. आप अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को जो आपके वहाँ काम करेंगे उनको कैसे यू नो व्हाट ऑल फैसिलिटीज़ आर यू गिविंग देम, आप जो पोल्यूशन होगा उसको हाउ विल यू ट्रीट देम, so on and so forth. So in these conditions you need these regulatory bodies, right? Then we have community and society. There are a lot of NGOs, especially अगर आप देखेंगे कि कोई ऐसी कंपनी है जहाँ पे उन्हें लगता है कि भाई छोटे बच्चों से काम किया जा रहा है, करवाया जा रहा है. So there are NGOs that come up and they talk about it कि you know this is not right. They file PILs. So they are also stakeholders. They are representing the community. So this is another concept which is, you know, how can you understand, how are you able to map your stakeholders and how are you able to fulfill their expectations. So when you have your stakeholders, right, you have to ensure that whatever you're doing, it is, you know, they'll be getting influenced by it, they will have a lot of interest in it, and for that there is a matrix which is called a stakeholder mapping matrix, right. However, you know, when you have the stakeholders, आपने कभी सुना है there are a lot of AGMs that happen? हाँ, AGMs क्या होते हैं? हाँ, क्यों होते हैं वो? क्या क्या डिसीजंस हमें लेने चाहिए, क्या क्या डिसीजंस हमने लिए हैं. दे इंट्रोस्पेक्ट एंड टॉक अबाउट, दे टॉक अबाउट कि हमने लास्ट मीटिंग में ये सब डिसाइड किया था और ये सब हमने फुलफिल किया, and in the coming next year what all we gonna do, right. So it is about engaging your stakeholders, telling them, communicating to them that what all they will be doing in the upcoming years, and also setting the expectation. अब expectation, ऐसे भी expectation management तो बहुत important है ना, कि आप ऐसे बोलो कि हम आपका जो stakeholder है, for example your investor, आपने कंपनी ओपन करी where you're you know manufacturing maybe glasses, एंड वो एक्सपेक्ट करें कि हमने आपके ऊपर 100 रुपीज़ हमने इन्वेस्ट करा है, बाय द एंड ऑफ द ईयर हमको आप ये 1 लाख रुपए बना के दे दो. सो इट्स टोटली यू नो, अगर आप एक्सपेक्टेशन आप पहले ही बोलोगे कि ऐसा है, ये अपने ये ले जाओ 100 रुपये, हमें नहीं चाहिए. बिकॉज यू नीड टू बी वेरी रियलिस्टिक, राइट. व्हेन यू आर मेकिंग दीज योर बेंचमार्किंग एक्सपेक्टेशंस, you got to be very realistic as well. So expectation management is another thing which is really important, because just promise only that much that you can deliver. If you're not able to deliver what you've promised, there's no point of, you know, having that. So there is this thing called as you know a mapping for stakeholders. Here you can see on the x-axis there is influence of stakeholders, and on the y-axis there is interest of stakeholders. How does it happen? अगर आप देखेंगे यहाँ influence of stakeholders where it is positive and it is the interest of stakeholder is also high, you tend to manage most of the things thoroughly, right. So let's just try to understand this particular. अभी थोड़ा मम्मो जम्बो लग रहा होगा कि ये क्या मैट्रिक्स बना दिया आपने, हमें समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है. Let's try to understand this with the help of an example, all right. So if you can look at the screen, there was a Starbucks. Maybe they came up with a very environment friendly, a green drink, right? Maybe it's a matcha or something. So who all were the stakeholders here? There were investors, there were customers, there are regulatory bodies, there are employees, there are NGOs, and there are also the local communities. Local communities कैसे? अगर आप कहीं पे एक स्टोर ओपन करते हैं, आसपास की जो कम्युनिटी है for that matter, दिस इज़ वन सॉर्ट ऑफ अ कम्युनिटी. द सेकेंड वे आर जहाँ पे आप ग्रो कर रहे हैं, मान लीजिए आप वहाँ पे कोको, यू आर ग्रोइंग दैट कोको, राइट. देन द कम्युनिटी देयर. एंड हियर इफ यू कैन लुक ऑन योर स्क्रीन, हाई इन्फ्लुएंस एंड हाई इंटरेस्ट किसका होगा? व्हाट विल फॉल? इन्वेस्टर्स एंड कस्टमर्स का. क्यों? ऑब्वियसली उन्होंने बहुत सारे पैसे लगाए हैं उसमें, और कस्टमर्स का इंटरेस्ट ऑब्वियसली इसीलिए होगा ना, बिकॉज दे वांट द बेस्ट फ्रॉम यू, राइट. दे वांट द बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट आउट ऑफ यू. एंड मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, हाई इन्फ्लुएंस एंड लो इंटरेस्ट किसका हो सकता है? प्रॉबेबली ऑफ द रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज. ऑब्वियसली दे हैव अ हाई इन्फ्लुएंस. इफ दे वांट with just a matter of a sign, they can shut down your organization or your store, isn't it? कितनी बार होता है कि ये कोई शॉप ओपन होती है बट ऐसी कम्युनिटी में हो गई है, मान लीजिए कोई एक लिकर स्टोर है, एक ऐसी कम्युनिटी में, मतलब ऐसी सोसाइटी में ओपन हो गई है जहाँ पे फैमिलीज रहती हैं या ऐसे हैं, तो कितनी बार NGOs कम अप, यू नो, वी वांट दिस टू शट डाउन, इट इज़ यू नो इन्फ्लुएंसिंग द कम्युनिटी अराउंड, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, राइट. सो विद अ वन सिग्नेचर it can be shut down. We know what happened when Nano wanted their manufacturing in West Bengal. Where did they eventually shift? Gujarat. वहाँ तो नहीं हुआ उनका manufacturing, नहीं होने दिया. So there were certain regulatory bodies, right? You got the drill, right? When I'm talking about regulatory bodies, they are decision makers. You will put up a file, you will ask for the clearances. At times you will get the clearances, and maybe at times you will not. Then who is having low influence and low interest? Maybe the local communities. They might not be. It also depends on. It's very objective, right? At times local communities also have a lot of say, but it also depends on the product. अब एक चाय में NGO का क्या role होगा ज़्यादा? But of today's time, you know, when we are talking about the CEO, what CEO is doing, कि हम 600 kilometers उड़ के आएंगे and all that, and then quite possible there will be a lot of bodies that can come up कि क्या आप एक तरफ तो आप कार्बन एमिशन कम करने की बात करते हैं, और एक तरफ आप बोल रहे हैं कि हम तो उड़ के आएंगे, एक तरफ आप पेपर कप्स यूज़ कर रहे हैं, स्ट्रॉज यूज़ कर रहे हैं, and on the other side you are doing this, you're creating so much of pollution. Then what are the strategic choices and levels of strategy? So there are 3 levels of strategy, the one being corporate strategy, then the business level strategy, and the functional level strategy. The corporate strategies are the ones which are, you know, which depend on the higher authorities, the CEOs of your company. क्या business करेंगे और कहाँ business करेंगे? These kind of decisions are taken by your senior, senior CXO level people, right? Then there are business level strategies. Fine, we have made a strategy. This is the new business that we will delve into. This is the area that we will delve into. But now, how are we going to operate? What are we going to do about it? Madam, sit. अब उड़ के जा सकते हो तो चले जाना, यहाँ से निकल के तो जाने दूंगी नहीं मैं तुम्हें. Please come up with some superpower if you can fly and go out of the class. By next week, develop this superpower that without disturbing my class, how can you go out? यार Instagram reel नहीं है ना, 30 seconds में I can't deliver. I'll not dance for you guys here. Is that your expectation? I'm sorry if I failed. जाए जा रहे हैं. वो मैडम बीच में खड़े होके जा रहे हैं. इनके ऊपर से ऐसे क्या, what will you jump and go what? जिन्हें भी जाना हो ना, जिनको लग रहा है पढ़ाई लिखाई सब फालतू चीज़ है, वो ना पहले कोने में बैठ जाया करो और चुपचाप निकलो. या बीच क्लास में बैठ के तो उड़ के ही जाओगी फिर तुम. बोलो हमें क्या करना है, कॉर्पोरेट बिजनेस फंक्शनल, हमें तो कुछ भी नहीं करना. होने कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रैटेजी, होने तो बिजनेस लेवल. हमारे तो कुछ और ही प्लान्स है मैम. So let's understand this with the help of an example. Banks may, what exactly happens? There is a corporate level strategy which is made by the banks. There you have your board of directors, your auditors, so on and so forth. Then at the business level, there is an insurance company. Then there is some wing which will be disbursing the loans. Then there is retail banking. There are a lot of other things, right? When we go to the bank, we find there are various divisions. Then the last but not the least is the functional level strategy. ठीक है, आपकी business level हो गई है, corporate level हो गया है. What is the last? Your marketing, your marketing function, your HR function, your IT function. And I'm hoping when you start your career, at least यहाँ से तो तुम लोग start करोगे. अगर करोगे तो star marked, conditions applied. Vision and mission we discussed in the last class as well. We'll quickly go through this. So what exactly a vision is? Where you want to see your lives. Flying out of the class could be one somebody's, escaping could be somebody's vision. A mission is flying. You know how you achieve it, right? So in an organization, when I talk about a vision, the vision is where do you see yourself, where does your organization see itself in the next 5 years or next 10 years. And mission is what do you do every single day to achieve that goal, to achieve that vision. So there are few, so there are few examples. For instance, what is the vision of Google? Can somebody quickly read it for me please? And the mission also? Yeah. So can you see when we are talking about a vision, it is much broader. It can't be achieved in one single day. To provide access to the world's information in one click. But a mission is something that if you are doing it on a daily basis, you can achieve your vision. So what are they trying to do daily? To organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful, right? Similarly, there is a vision statement of Amazon, and what they are doing about it is, it's already written there. Then Tesla is another company that we know that, what was the vision to create, who's the owner of Tesla by the way? Chalo, good. To create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world's transition to electric vehicles. And what is the mission statement? It is to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport by bringing compelling mass market electric cars to market as soon as possible. We know now they're trying to get into the e-vehicles, right? They are trying to be more sustainable. So what is a strategic fit, leverage and stretch? So when I talk about a strategic fit, it has more to do with what all resources and capabilities and the employee base that you have within an organization and how you will make the most of it with respect to the external conditions, right? Leverage is कि आपकी already एक certain आपने एक system is in place and how you are able to optimize it and maximize it, right? What is stretch? For example, stretch is something कि आपने एक manufacturing unit है, आप उसमें मान लीजिए 100 cars आपके per month you are able to do it. Is there any way that you can do it maybe at 200 cars? You are stretching your limits, right? Even we do it ना, कोई पढ़ाई करते हैं, अगर करते हैं तो सोचते हैं कि चलो we'll give a 1 hour sitting, but then कहते हैं चलो थोड़ा सा stretch कर लेते हैं, let's make it a 2 hour, या थोड़ा और stretch कर लेते हैं, लेकिन make it ये चीज़ किसी को बहुत ही लग रहा होगा very gibberish and मम्मो जम्मो की पढ़ाई और stretching, ये कौन सी बात होती है, but करते हैं लोग, हाँ करते हैं. Let's try to understand this with an example. If you can look on the screen, IKEA, you know IKEA? How many of you know IKEA? How many of you don't know IKEA? Never heard of it ever in your life? No wonder. Not for this, just one particular person. It was no wonder. So IKEA अभी इंडिया में I think they've opened a store in Hyderabad and there is one in Mumbai. Delhi में they have not yet come. So what they do is they deliver the in most cases furnitures. जैसे अगर अभी हमारे घर में ये मान लो मैं ये टेबल ऑर्डर करती हूँ तो ये कैसे आएगी टेबल? एक ट्रक में लोड होके आएगी. हाँ, 2 लोग आएंगे और लोग बोलेंगे मैम आपको अरेंज कर लो और 2 लोग टेबल लाएंगे, घर पे टेबल प्लेस करेंगे, राइट. अगर मान लीजिए उसी एरिया में और 4 टेबल किसी को डिलीवर करवाने हैं, जनरली ऐसा होता है दे हैव अ ह्यूज ट्रक, ठीक है, उसमें लेकर आएंगे. अगर छोटा है तो एक किसी छोटी वाली गाड़ी में भी आ जाएगा. What exactly IKEA did was they got into DIYs, like do it yourself. ये टेबल को वो आपको ऐसे नहीं देंगे, they will give you in a box. You need to assemble it. You will assemble this particular table and that is how it will be delivered at your doorstep. In that case what happens is when they are properly, they are in these boxes, they will give you a manual, they will give you the tools, they will give you the screws and everything so that you can fix it. By this what they are doing, एक ट्रक में जहाँ शायद से सिर्फ 4 टेबल आ सकते हैं, अगर इस तरह से आ रहे हैं, दिस इज मिनी ट्रक, अब क्योंकि ये फोल्डेड आ रहे हैं, बॉक्स में आ रहे हैं, so quite possible it's possible that शायद 40 टेबल्स उसमें फिट इन हो जाए. हो सकते हैं ना. So what they did, they leveraged on it कि हम आपको ये टेबल दे देंगे और उससे हुआ क्या, लो प्राइस हो रहा है, कॉस्ट एफिशिएंसी हो रही है, वॉल्यूम्स पे दे आर प्लेइंग, राइट. अब क्या ऐसे टेबल नहीं तो उसमें कॉस्ट लगता है, अगर 4 टेबल कहीं भेजने और 40 भेजने हैं, अगर फोल्डेड है तो एक ट्रक में चले जाएगा, 4 अगर वैसे भेजने हैं तो कितने ट्रक्स लगेंगे, राइट. So they tried to do this strategic fit with what they had within an organization and what they wanted to offer to their customers. Then how Amazon is able to leverage on it? We all know they already had everything in place. सब उनका डिजिटल सब बढ़िया चल रहा था and then they started offering AWS also for the other businesses. What exactly is AWS? Can anyone throw some light? I've mentioned it a couple of times. What is AWS? हाँ, but what? ठीक है, cloud computing is one thing, but what exactly? बोलो.
कोई भी डाटा क्लिक करते हैं तो सर्वर पे जाता है. अब वो सर्वर अभी गूगल और एक AWS जो करते हैं वो कमांड देते हैं, देन वी आर करेक्ट वेबसाइट.
गुड. सो अगर आप कल को अपनी कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और कोई कंपनी ओपन करते हैं तो अभी ज़रूरी हो गया ना एक तरीके से डिजिटल आपको होना ज़रूरी हो गया. यू विल हैव योर ओन वेबसाइट, राइट. So when you have your own website, so companies को they offer a certain data कि आपके जो भी आपका customer data है, you can be rest assured that it is safe with us, right? So they already had everything in place and then they thought कि चलो हम इसको बाकी लोगों को भी देना शुरू कर देते हैं at a certain cost. Tesla ने कैसे stretch किया? पहले they were into the autonomous cars and now they are into the EVs. पहले they were focusing into कि हम सिर्फ batteries वगैरह बनाएंगे and that's about it. We will focus on the autonomous cars which are driverless cars, but then what exactly they did कि चलो अभी हम EV में भी let's enter the EV market also. Let's just discuss what is a balanced scorecard. Have you heard this before? Ever? Huh? Have you heard this? Okay. So when I talk about a balanced scorecard, correct. For the better of the class, I'll give you the example of Ola. Ola was only into what? Taxis. Lekin they started food delivery also. We all know, right? They had everything in place and now they suddenly thought कि अब हम deliver हो ही रहा है तो ये भी कर देते हैं. For example, Swiggy. They were only into food earlier. अभी they have that Instamart also. कि जब हम खाना deliver कर रहे हैं, so now let's do this. So you know about these their warehouses also, dark warehouses. So it is about you already have things at place and how you are able to make the most of it, right? कि ये तो चीज़ in place है ही, अभी हम इसको और better use कैसे कर सकते हैं. So what is a balanced scorecard? A balanced scorecard can be, it is some sort of a framework. See, you always remember what you can't measure, you can't improve. To improve something, you have to have some sort of a matrix, right? For example, when we were in school, if we are getting some 80%, that's the matrix, right? That is what we have measured. Now, if we want to excel, so what would be कि next time I'll try to get an 85%, right? So here the thing is that you are able to measure, right? अगर आपको बोले कि आपको सिर्फ marks नहीं पता चल रहे हैं, grades हैं, so this is some sort of ambiguity that comes into picture. So when you want to improve something, it is very important if you are able to measure it, right? So there were these professors in Harvard, Professor Robert S. Kaplan and David. They were teaching leadership in Harvard Business School, and they came up with balanced scorecard. And what does balanced scorecard helps in? It helps to understand and give some sort of a matrix to what? To internal processes, to finance, to learning and growth, and to customers, right? So here on your screens you can see that this is what a balanced scorecard looks like. And why is this important? You have a certain vision for your organization, there is certain strategy that you have developed, and now you want to achieve your goal. So here, when we talk about customer, it is with respect to the customer satisfaction, how many return customers you're getting, are they there with you throughout. कभी-कभी होता है ना अपनी कोई एक product ऐसा आपको इतना पसंद होता है which is almost for a lifetime. For instance, Maggi may be, this is one such product. आप बचपन में भी खा रहे थे, आप अभी भी खा रहे हो, आप आगे भी खा रहे हो. It is one such product, they are leveraging big time. When we look at this, एक मैगी का पैकेट 10 रुपये का आता है. What humongous sale is there of Maggi. Nestle is thriving on it. अगर Nestle का देखें एक surviving, it is because of the Maggi. मैगी का जो मसाला फॉर्मूला है वो एकदम छुपा के रखते हैं उसे. It is not out there. Nobody knows what exactly the formula of Maggi is. Then when I talk about learning and growth, it is about your internal team, your internal employees, that how are they able to retain the employees, what an organization is doing for their betterment, उनके learnings के लिए. बहुत organizations होते हैं ना जब आप अपने employees को trainings पे भेजते हैं. At times they are sent abroad, at times there are certain activities that happen in-house. किसी ना किसी तरह की training होती रहती है. For instance, if you have somebody who is working in Infosys, ask them, they are having these trainings on the agile system. So अब होता क्या है, employees when they learn new things, they are updated, which is there in the market, right? So when they are updated, they learn new skills, they are able to implement, and which is for the betterment of your organization. Then when I talk about the internal things, it is about अगर आपकी कोई machine है which you are working from 10 to 2 and then maybe from 4 to 6, what is its downtime? कितनी देर तक you're not using it, and what is the inventory level, what is the unit cost? You understand inventory level? What is an inventory? Your stock, right? कि अभी how many of you know about this brand Berry Lush? किसी और को पता है? मिंत्रा पे इसके प्रोडक्ट्स बहुत सेल होते हैं. इट्स गुड फॉर द गर्ल्स. सो अब मान लीजिए उसके आपने एक पर्टिकुलर, यस प्लीज, हाँ प्लीज, आई यू टू अर्ली फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्लास. कोई बात. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल जो क्लोज एक चीज़ हो गई, आपको चीज़ ऑर्डर करते हैं, कभी कोई कंपनीज का ना बजट थोड़ा कम होता है, राइट? कोई नया स्टार्टअप है, बजट कम है, सडनली इफ दे गेट अ लॉट ऑफ ऑर्डर, दे आर नॉट एबल टू मेंटेन दैट मच ऑफ इन्वेंट्री. जैसे किराना स्टोर हो गई, अगर आप जाके उन्हें सडनली बोलेंगे कि मुझे 100 लीटर तेल चाहिए, सरसों का तेल चाहिए, शायद आपको नहीं मिल पाएगा वहाँ, because they're not maintaining that much of inventory, right? But if you would go to a D-Mart or to a big bazaar, you will get it easily. So this is called the inventory level, that how you are able to maintain your inventory and how quickly you are able to maintain कि अच्छा ये चीज़ ये प्रोडक्ट ख़त्म हो रहा है, अब आपको रेप्लेनिश करना है, वहाँ पे आपकी इन्वेंट्री पूरी मैनेजमेंट होती है, उधर देख लेते हैं कि अच्छा ये इतना सेल हो गया है, ऑन योर सिस्टम इट्स वेरी क्लियर कि अभी इतनी ज़्यादा चीज़ें और हमें इन हाउस लेकर आनी है. Then the financial performances with respect to your revenue, your net profit, your OPEX, so on and so forth. So how do we go about the balanced score strategy? You need to, first and foremost, you need to have your vision and your strategy in place. Then you will translate your vision into KPIs. What are KPIs? Great. So you need to transform them into KPIs. Then you need to ensure that whatever you have thought of, it is well communicated and it is linked to the individual performance. For example, if ma'am has her company and I am taking care of the marketing and you are taking care of the operations part, so ma'am would tell us that Abhilasha, आपको आपको by the end of this month or maybe end of 3 months or maybe in this quarter, what all you will be doing the marketing, और उस marketing को करने से हमें कितने employees मिल रहे हैं या वापस आ रहे हैं, वो सब metrics should be at its place, right? Then you need to plan and set targets and align strategic initiatives. Targets देते हैं, कौन लोग हैं अगर कोई sales में काम कर रहा है तो? Is there anybody who's working in sales? You understand targets, you know, it's how difficult it is to achieve the targets. They give ऐसे मतलब mammoth targets they give you कि अच्छा इतने ये conversion rate होना चाहिए, ये होना, how difficult it is. At times you think हर एक को ऐसे अपना boss थोड़ा लगता ही है कि इसने करी है sales, इसे पता है sales क्या होता है, निकलो ज़रा तुम जाओ धूप में तब पता चलेगा sales क्या होता है. But I'll tell you, sales is one thing. If you in future if you get an opportunity to work in the sales department, it is the backbone of any organization. अगर sales ही नहीं होंगे तो क्या करेगा HR, किसको संभालेगा, क्या करेगा IT डिपार्टमेंट, क्या करेंगे मार्केटिंग, करते रहो अगर सेल्स ही नहीं हो रही है तो. So in any organization, sales is the backbone of any organization, and if you get an opportunity in sales, it is tough, but the incentives are equally high, right? Then how to enhance your strategic feedback and learning. आप जो भी आपने उनको targets दिए, you constantly review them. There are regular meetings. You try to understand that what is the problem, where is the problem, how you can eventually enhance it. So let's just try to understand this with the help of an example. Here on the screen you can see that when we talk about the financials, so what could be a business objective? It would be maybe to increase the revenue, maybe to increase the profitability, maybe by 5%, maybe by 10%. Everything has to be documented, right? Then when I talk about the customers, it's about how your customers are looking at your product, what is the perception that they are developing, how you can enhance the end user experience, how well are you communicating what you actually want to communicate to your customers. Internal processes, how you can enhance certain internal offerings, how you can enhance the information services and the users eventually. Organizational capacity, improve knowledge and skill. आपके जो employees हैं उनकी आप क्या ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि आप उनके skills enhance करेंगे, उनको आप कैसी training दे रहे हैं. The TCS and Infosys are one companies, they really take care of their employees. They keep sending them for on-sites, and you'll get ample opportunities. If you get an opportunity to work with Infosys and TCS in your nascent years, try to get into these organizations, and you will be able to see that the difference that they will have on your lives. They will train you well. They will send you for projects abroad, and they really take care of each and every employee that they have. Here, what they're doing, for example, whatever they have, workshops that they are doing or some new courses that they are offering, How are they enhancing the skill set of the employees? Everything has to be measured, right? So now let's quickly do this case study, and if you can just give me that attendance sheet, please. So try to read this. Is it legible? Are you able to read it? Hmm? Just read this once. Are you able to read it? दिखा? So it is basically based on the video that we have seen. So here Starbucks is expanding into China, और देखिए एग्जाम में भी ना इस टाइप के केस स्टडीज आते हैं, राइट? ऐसे केस स्टडीज आएंगे which will probably you will have 4 questions or 5 questions and you will answer them accordingly, right? So quickly read it. Just I'm giving you 5 minutes if you can just quickly read it. Thank you so much. सबने दे दी है ना ये? आपके पास है कोई बात? It's okay, it's okay. By the end of the class आप लिख लेना if it's not there. So have you guys read it? Huh? Well, they got the drill, right? What is it all about? They got into it and what were certain issues and how they maneuvered over it. How did they position their brand? How did they eventually adapt it to the local taste? What were the steps that they took for the initial entry? And what was their main emphasis on the particular store experience? How did they integrate it digitally with respect to the CSR activities, and what is their current status and future plan? Should I increase the font size? Is it okay now? Read it? So there are 4 discussion questions. So the first question and the third question are for the people whose roll number is ending on a odd number. Okay? And the second and the fourth question is for people whose roll number is ending with an even number. पता है ना even and odd? So people with an even roll number just focus on the even question, that is second and the fourth one, and those who are having an odd number just focus on the first and the third one, and let's just discuss it. Just quickly write the question and then I'll ensure that I'll put you back on the same screen in on which did the case study. The one who's sitting at your back, यार ऐसा इतना कैसे बोल लेते हैं लड़के स्पेशली? I have never seen a guy who talks this so much. इतना ये कैसे talent है? In most cases, women have a problem that men don't talk. यार मैं यहाँ पे बोल रही हूँ, मुझे 1.5 घंटा हो गया, तुम भी कॉन्स्टेंटली, मुझे तो कंपटीशन चल रहा है कि आप वहाँ बोलो, मैं यहाँ पर्सनली पढ़ा रहा हूँ. Talk less. It will add to your, intense. ये नहीं लगेगा. बाकी को तो कोई नहीं कर रहा है ऐसे बातें. And I'm biased towards girl. I'll never say anything to her. You are the problem. अब बीच में अगर मैम बायस बोला, मुझे तो बोला आपने. सुधारना भी तो है ना थोड़ा. See, I have a choice. Say nothing. Do nothing. Come, present, and go. तो अगली क्लास में ना बेटा तुम आगे बैठोगे. अब पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट भी करवानी पड़ेगी, क्या करें. बट आई एम वेरी सीरियस. आई डोंट सी मेन टॉकिंग दिस मच. ऑफ कैमरा बात करेंगे इसमें. कुछ फंडामेंटली इनकरेक्ट हो रहा है वैसे. जनरली होता है ना गर्ल से, he doesn't talk, he doesn't speak. नहीं होता, बताओ. Okay, then somebody with a thank you so much. So should I call out the roll number? Are we ready with the first question? यशिता. यशिता, आपका ही नाम है, इतना टाइम लग गया. Yashita, so answer the first question. So whatever you understood with the question, जो भी आपको समझ में आया, let's just talk about it. You want to come here and talk? Is there anyone who wants to come here and discuss the first question? Anyone? Please come. No, you come so that you're here on the mic. So one courageous man that we have in the class. Next, you are coming, huh? Just focus on question number 2.
So basically question is, how did Starbucks adapted its product offering to better suit Chinese cultural preferences and states? It's more like it's collaborated with local shops and stores, and then it started to formulate its own taste, and culturally it's developed their own, what do you call their own, premium drinks, and then it actually come and established there.
So you missed the most important thing here.
What is that?
Tea.
Oh yeah, it's basically adapted with tea first rather than offering coffee, so that it should like people start actually preferring there, and once they have their local bases or the people preferences, then it started offering their coffee so that it could be established there.
So please introduce yourself to the class.
Yeah, hi, my name is Golu Kumar, and currently I'm actually working at Kerala Global Solutions.
Oh wow, thank you. So the second question, the gentleman in the white on my right, at the back, who has gift of the gab. Come. Okay, then question number 4 for you. Okay, so Vaishnavi. Who's Vaishnavi? Come, Vaishnavi. Okay, no worries, sit down. अगर अभी कोई और होता तो क्या होता? चलो. Sushmita, you have read the case study? Question 2, you have to answer the question 2. Come, we'll help you out. Don't worry, come. And this is not for you, I'm not going to help you. You come. Come. Just introduce yourself first, okay?
So this side Sushmita and
Question 2.
question 2, what role did strategic partnership play in the Starbucks successful expansion into the Chinese market? So
So what are the strategic partnerships are we talking about here? You know, when any organization enters into new country, they try to form these partnerships. जब अगर मारुति को भी इंडिया, सुजुकी को भी इंडिया में आना पड़ा, so they formed an alliance with Maruti, right? Honda को आना पड़ा, तो they formed an alliance with Hero. Similarly, this is on a on a very corporate level. But when Starbucks entered China, they started these partnership with the local producers, maybe of cocoa, local producers of the mugs, right? So on those lines, you have to answer. Start answering.
so like
Okay, let me ease it out for you. What does any partnership helps? Any partnership. If you have any partner, आपकी company होगी, आपके कोई partner, आप क्यों उनको partner बनाओगे?
so मतलब once he will help me out to
Go
help
on.
me out to make the financial help and so much meeting customers and do marketing, help me in marketing and build my business strong.
So what you're saying, when you have a partnership, there is for a reason.
Yes.
That partner will value add.
Yes.
Right? That is the reason. Thank you so much, Sushmita. Thank you. So you got the drill, right? So how does strategic partnership help Starbucks? It helps them to make their entry smooth. China में language भी अलग है. Starbucks is US based, right? So when they entered, उन्हें अगर नए employees recruit करने हैं, so don't you think it would be so difficult for them अगर वहाँ US में बैठ के कोई वहाँ पे recruit कर रहा है? If they've partnered with certain companies, certain consulting firms, which can help them to get their employees, right? So there are various kind of partnership that eventually helped China. Okay. Now for the third question. नाम नहीं लिखा है, सिर्फ साइन. अगली बार तो मुझे लगा नाम ही नहीं होगा. आशीष. Who's आशीष? सिर्फ आशीष लिखा हुआ है. आप नहीं हो? आप नहीं हो मतलब? But you are आशीष ना? ये कौन सा imposter syndrome हो रहा है हमें, मैं हूँ ही नहीं. हाँ आशीष? Then who is this another आशीष then? आप ही बोल देते, आप वेट कर रहे हो. You want to come and try this third question? Please come. This was not expected, na? Calling out your names and you guys coming here. Please introduce yourself first.
Actually, I have not read the complete case
No,
study.
it's okay,
thoroughly,
whatever
but
you can.
I'm trying. I think how has Starbucks managed the competition from local coffee chains like Luckin Coffee in China? I think they started maybe competing. They buy coffee beans from the this chain, and in China, then they start maybe they are reducing their cost
And
to
no,
maybe
so
operate in China.
forget this case. If you were the CEO of Starbucks and अगर आप वहाँ जाके चाइना में you would have opened your own chain, so सब क्या करते to take care of this competition that you're
I
facing?
think first of all, my priority is to cut down my cost
Correct.
as compared to the other competitors. So if I operate at low cost with the maximum profit, then it will be better for to compete the other.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
See here, when we talk about Starbucks, it is not cutting costs probably would not be a good strategy, right? It is considered to be a premium. So what exactly they did was, or if you were a CEO and you would have entered China, you would try to enhance maybe the abstract side of it, right? To enhance the experience. Wi-Fi आप दे रहे हो उधर. बैक इन द डे अब तो वाईफाई फिर भी अभी भी यहाँ पर भी प्रॉब्लम है वाईफाई का ना. अगर यहाँ पे कोई वेंडर आ जाए कि हम यहाँ वाईफाई दे रहे हैं, कितना उसका how much profits that person would make here, right? So there they leveraged on the experience that they were giving. They were training their baristas in a way. You know who are baristas? Who make coffee for you, who serve coffee for you. So they were training them and they were giving free Wi-Fi, the arrangement of their store, the smell of the store, the entire environment of the store. And they were trying to send this vibe ki it is a very for the casual, a very, you can come here for a business meeting also, you can come here and work on your laptops also, so on and so forth. Now, let's discuss the fourth question. Okay, come. Just introduce yourself and then answer.
Hello everyone, my name is Raj. So the last question is, what are the implications of Starbucks premium positioning strategy in China, and has it been effective in sustaining their market growth? I think it has been effective in sustaining their market growth because in China, Starbucks has positioned itself as a premium brand. They have positioned in customer minds as a premium brand. So in China, they position themselves as an affluent brand. So people go to there for affluence and for their affluent lifestyle. It's basically lifestyle एक lifestyle brand ही Starbucks है. वो अपने आप lifestyle दिखाते हैं कि जिनकी अच्छी lifestyle होगी वो Starbucks में जाके कॉफ़ी पीते हैं. तो जो young people है वहाँ के जिनकी अभी income बढ़ रही है वो सब वहाँ पे जाके
Good going.
वहाँ पे जाके मैं वो
See, I'll tell you what. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
सिद्धार्थ यादव.
सिद्धार्थ. देखो फिर ये वाले बच्चे ठीक है, मुझे जो पढ़ भी रहे हैं और बातें भी कर रहे हैं. I'm very happy with them. Good. Thank you. So very nicely Siddharth talked about that it is a luxury brand, right? So people are trying to what people are trying to do is they are trying to equate their personality with a cup of coffee from Starbucks in their hands, right? देखा भी होगा बहुत लोग पिक्चर भी डालते हैं, है ना, नाम डाल के एक बुक होती है हाथ में.
500 की कॉफी है स्नैप नहीं डालनी.
यार 500 की कॉफी है स्नैप नहीं डालनी. So thank you. So guys, with this we've come to the end of our class. Just so that when I'll be passing on these slides to you, so that you have a brief idea of how to go about it. I've also put a brief answers to this, but however these solutions are not limited to this. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend, whatever is left. All right, and be prepared for this. Randomly कहीं भी किसी सिद्धार्थ को किसी सुष्मिता को बुलाया जाएगा यहाँ. Thank you.